And
But where is Dr. Wiley?
that's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room when we...
I need to clip that. I need the audio for that's a good question.
We may be able to...
But where is Dr. Wiley?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wiley.
Yeah, okay, hold on. I have an idea. Okay, we're gonna do this.
What are you gonna play?
Oh, I'm not gonna play something. I'm going to get some edits. Or some stuff. Well, I'm gonna do some edits for some stuff. What do I need first? I'll go for Adobe Audition first. Hold on. Display capture. Okay. Bring you down past me, thank you. Don't worry about my stuff for work. Ain't nothing doing. Okay, we'll do that. Open up Adobe Audition. Drag that in there.
Be able to...
But where is Dr. Wiley?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Okay, let me isolate this. I guess insert into a new multi-track session. Can I zoom? Can I zoom? Can I zoom? Can I zoom? Oh my god.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
I don't know if you can hear this because of Adobe.
That's a good question.
Okay, clip gain.
That's a good question.
Okay. We'll have it have a bit of a drop off. Fade in.
That's a good question.
That's fine. Export entire session into that's a good Christian. Okay. Then we open up Mix It Up. Create new channel point reward. Title it Christian. Not able to be created because I have too many. Okay. I have so many. I don't want to get rid of any of these. Hold on, what's this one?
Swiggity swag, what's in the bag?
Nobody ever plays that one. Let me delete that one. Exclamation point. Oh, maybe I have to do it on the Twitch side. Your rewards, channel points. Do it by name. Okay, delete. There we go. That should be fine now. Okay. No, this. And get rid of that. Now I can do it. Successfully created. All right. Christian needs a chat message that says, "Oh hey, oh hey, Christian." That's a good. That's a good Christian. Okay. Then we have it. No, not a chat message. Then we have it do an overlay for. Not an overlay. Well, I will need it to have an overlay. I don't need the overlay yet. But no. Delete that. I need to do audio. I need an audio. External program. Let me just play audio. I guess it would be easier if it was in a video, but I just wanted to play the audio. Sound. There we go. Into. Hang on. Oop. Into there.
That makes fun, huh?
Yes,
Like
I will.
action
I will be.
audio.
Yes, I will be good and not do that. That's a good Christian.
That's such an old photo.
I know. It's just old. Okay. I'll just need action to be greater than 0.
Thank you.
Okay. He'll slide in on the left, and he will hook, I believe, hinge out. Okay.
How many people are watching right now? I want
figure this out. Can't even play because I don't have the image yet. I will save that for now. I will go out of there. No, I will go to Photoshop. I will find a picture that I have of my dear friend Christian. And then I will put that there and it will slide into frame. I'm working on it. That's good. Okay, Photoshop. Where did that save to? The other downloads folder I hate? Hold on. Okay. Actually, select select subject. Cancel, thank you. Select subject. Very good. Oh, your background. Okay. Layer view copy. Well, no, I wanted the layer view cut. View cut. Let's see. What is the general hue? Yeah, good idea what I'm looking at. Something like that. All right. Okay. I'll make it a little bigger. Just it. Okay. Yeah, I'm good for that. Damn, all right. Yeah, that's really good. All right. There we go. That's a good Christian. Back to mix kit. Got Christian. Get my overlay. Get my image. Get my okay. get my That's a Good Christian. All right, moment of truth. Must be greater than 0. Okay, that's right. I wanted to set that to 25. I wanted to have it slide in from the left, and I wanted to have it hinge out. Give it a try.
That's a good question.
That's really funny. Hold on, I also need to know what the image resolution. I really like that it's there for 25 seconds. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Bye, Christian. Okay. That needs to be changed. Just a little bit. What is the resolution of that picture? That was 2316. Oh my god, that's why. 2316 by 3088. Okay.
That's a good question.
Oh, he's so big. What is that in, like, I don't know if I'm gonna save a copy. You know what? I'm gonna make a copy smaller of that. I'm going to, oh my god, put that down by, put it to 30% of itself. That would be 695 by 927. 695. 927. If everybody has questions about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, you had back in the stream, and the big face scared the shit out of you. Good. That's very funny.
That's a good question.
That's way better. I just got to get him positioned now.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
It's pretty good. I am going to move him over so that elbow should be touching the wall. There you go. Then from there, I put him here.
That's a good question.
A little lower.
That's a good question.
Yeah, you can kind of do that right now, huh?
That's a good question. 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 That's a good question.
It's not even here to see this.
That's a good question. 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 That's a good question.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question.
I'm gonna legitimately go and kind of place more I want.
That's a good question.
This is
That's a
Christian.
good question.
This is my best friend Christian. I'm making him have a button on my show. I'm going to put it
That's
for
a good
50
question.
points. Sorry that you're hearing it a lot. I think it's very funny.
That's a good question.
Also, I am trying to position it. Let's go 79.
That's a good question.
No, too low. 67.
That's a good question.
Almost 51.
That's a good question.
Too high. Let's split the difference. Let's go to 59.
That's a good question.
Too low still. 57.
That's a good question.
What's the bottom of that? That's about the bottom of that. Let me try 56.
That's a good question.
Nope, 57 was on the money. All right.
That's
save
a good
that.
question.
And then for kicks.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
And save. And that is how you add a giant picture of your friend to the stream. I'm gonna have to send that to my buddies. I'm gonna send all of that to my buddies. Oh, it's slightly too big. Well, we'll edit that down because we're still doing this bit. When do we get the all Christian stream? The all Christian stream it'll come at some point. Christian has a stream. Last time Christian was streaming, he was doing a Ocarina of Time run. Excuse me. I'll do that. Come on. Not responding. Oh, it's because I'm running the stream at the same time, isn't it? You don't like that Premiere. I'm sure that OBS doesn't like this either. I'm sure that both of them are not fans of each other right now. It's about the bottom of that. Let me try 56.
That's a good.
And save. And that is how you add a giant picture of your friend to the stream. And that is how you add a giant picture of your friend to the stream. Very good. I need to make this a little smaller. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
That's a good question.
Okay, I'm gonna legitimately go and kind of place more I want.
That's a good question.
More I want. Okay, we'll say we'll cut off that much. Let me edit this down. Export. Media. I just want to be able to send this over. That's a good Christian. 179. No. 1080p. No. Match sequence settings. Unknown. Oh god. Animated GIF match source. Oh, I could do that, but I don't want to do that. Let's go back to 1080p. What do we got here? High quality 7. That's 88. That's really no difference from what I just did. I'm gonna have to export this in, or I'm gonna have to throw there's some media encoder because I have a setting that I use for work that gets things down real low, real good. And I don't remember what the specific things that I use on there, so I'm just gonna open that up real quick. Okay. This just needs to export down. $36 megs. Save. In case I need to come back to it. I don't know if I'll have to, but I want to. Take that from the export because it's almost not exporting already. And then we put that there. And we put that there. Okay. Clip is live in my Discord. Put my Discord up. That was very cool. And let's watch the final product.
That's a good question.
This is
That's a
Christian.
good question.
This is my best friend Christian. I'm making him have a button on my show. I'm going to put it
That's
for
a good
50
question.
points. Sorry that you're hearing it a lot. I think it's very funny.
That's a good question.
Also, I am trying to position it. Let's go to 79.
That's a good question.
No, too low. 67.
That's a good question.
Almost 51.
That's a good question.
Too high. Let's split the difference. Let's go to 59.
That's a good question.
Too low still. 57. This
That's
Christian's
a
pretty
good
good.
question.
What's the bottom of that? That's about the bottom of that.
That's a good
56?
question. That's a good question.
Nope, 57 was on the money. All right.
That's
save
a good
that.
question.
And then for kicks,
That's a good question. That's a good question.
and save. And that is how you add a giant picture of your friend to the stream. Very cool. Very cool. Look, you never know what you're going to get on this show, and that's just a very good example of that kind of thing. Boy, oh boy, I have lots of fun. I have lots of fun on this show. I have a good time. I have a very good time. My chat today in my Discord was talking about shrimp. I'm not going to call Lame out for being a person who doesn't eat fish. Like, it started with, I can't eat shrimp Alfredo, but I hear it slaps and fucks severely, and that shrimps is bugs. You're allergic, and I'm sorry, Lame. But... And then we got to crab, shrimp, and lobsters are the tastiest.
That's a good
bugs.
question.
That is a good Christian. Thank you.
A good Christian goes to church.
Did Christian go to church? Okay.
All I'm saying is a good Christian goes to church.
Lame. I did say when well, you're not. I guess you're not here right now. But I did say when Kendra said that you don't know what shrimp tastes like. I said, well, it's kind of like sweet, and sweet is the word that people used. It's got a texture. Oh God, they're you're in that before, Balrog. You said they complement sweet. They're fishy adjacent. Your favorite shrimp thing is sweet and spicy, so like that makes sense. Crab is sweet. Shrimp is plump. A jumbo shrimp has very plump mouthfeel. It's like it's kind of like if you bit into a grape, but that grape was also covered in flesh.
No, I said a lychee was closer.
A lychee would be closer. I've never had an actual
More like
lychee to
a-
put into my mouth.
They're like a little bit more spongy.
Okay. Steele says it feels like it has the snap feel of a cucumber when you break the tail off. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's where I say that it's like a grape with flesh.
Like a good cocktail shrimp is like a cucumber.
Like when you bite into a good sausage and you feel the casing snap, that's kind of like what it's like to bite into a shrimp.
Yeah.
Kind of. The texture in your hands is a squishy, thick, like a raw piece of meat, but when you bite into it, it almost melts in your mouth. Yes. Yes, that is correct. That sounds correct. Drizzle, thank you for tuning in. You just missed a bit that I did. Here, I'll show you.
That's a good question.
This is
That's a
Christian.
good question.
This
This
is
is
Christian.
Christian.
My best
I'm
friend
making
Christian.
him
I
have a button
made
on
him
my show. I'm
have
gonna put
button
it
on the
in
show.
for
I'm
50
going to put it
points.
in for 50 points.
Sorry that you're hearing
Sorry
it
that
a
you're
lot.
hearing it a lot.
I think it's very
I
funny.
think it was
Good
very
question.
funny.
Also,
Also,
I'm trying to position it.
I'm trying to position him in this
79.
That's a
video.
good question.
No, that was too low. Try to
66.
set it 57.
Almost.
Go
51.
almost. Go back to
That's a
51.
good question.
Too high.
Too high,
Let's split
then
the
I go to
difference. Let's
59.
go to 59.
That's a good question.
Too
And then
low still.
that was still too low, so I had to go to 57.
That's a good question.
Then I tried 56.
What's the bottom of that? That's about the bottom of that.
Then I
Maybe
tried 56.
That's a good question.
No,
No,
then that's
57 was
too
on
high,
the
so 57 was on the
money.
money.
All right,
That's a
save
good
that.
question.
And we saved that, and now we
And
have a
then,
redeem on
for
my channel
kicks.
right now for
That's a
1
good
point
question.
currently, but I have to do it
That's a
for
good question. That's
my
a
buddy
good
Christian.
question.
And save. And
And that is how you add a giant picture of your best friend to the stream. Guess what? I just clipped that as well. Oh, we're gonna go. Oh, this is gonna be a thing. Hold on.
It's a squishy, thick, like a raw piece of meat, but when you bite into it, it almost melts in your mouth. Yes. Yes, that is correct. That sounds correct. Drizzle, thank you for tuning in. You just missed a bit that I did here.
You did just miss a bit that I did.
That's a good question.
That's a good Christian.
This is
That's a good
Christian.
question.
This is Christian.
My best friend Christian.
My best friend Christian.
I made him.
I made him on my
Button
show. He's a button on my show.
Sorry that you're
You're
hearing
hearing it a lot because I think it's really funny. Also,
I'm trying to position.
I'm shooting him,
video.
positioning him, so I have to do it a lot.
No.
Oh, it's too low.
57.
Almost.
Go almost.
I was almost
That's a good
there.
question.
Too high.
That's a good
Too
Christian.
high, but then I go to
It
59.
was too high there,
That's a
so
good
then I had to go
question.
down a little
And
more.
then, that was still too low. So
But
I go to
59 was
57.
too
That's a
low.
good question.
And I was I was
56.
commented on the fact that 59 was too low, but then 56 was going to be too high.
That's about the bottom of that.
Uh,
But I tried 56.
But then I
That's
tried
a good
56.
No, that's too high. So
It was
57
still
was
too
on
high,
the
right?
That's a
So
good
I
question.
had to make sure that I brought
now we
it
have
down
a
again.
redeem on my channel.
And we
right
saved
now,
that as a redeem. That's on my
that's a good
channel.
question.
currently, but I have to do it.
That's a good question. That's
my
a
buddy
good
Christian.
question.
For my buddy Christian.
And save. And that
And that is how you add a button of your best friend to your stream.
That's a good question.
a piece of meat. but
You
when
actually,
bite into it,
you
it
did
almost
just miss
melts
this
in your
bit that
mouth.
I did right
Yes.
before you came in,
Yes, that is
Drizzle.
correct. That sounds correct. Drizzle, thank you for tuning
See, there,
in.
I noticed you were here.
You just missed a bit that I did.
You
here.
did miss that
just miss
bit.
a that
So
I
I'm
did.
showing.
That's a
I'm
good
here. I'm
question.
showing
That's
you
a
the
good-
bit.
That's a good Christian. This
That's
is
a good
Christian.
question.
That's
This
Christian.
is Christian. My best friend Christian.
My best friend Christian. I made him a button on my show. So you're probably hearing it a lot in the background because I think it's really funny. But also, I have to position him around, so I need him to. But there, he's too low.
Almost.
I was almost there.
Question.
Too high.
That's a good
Too
Christian.
high, But then I go to 59.
But that was too high. It was too high when I had gotten to that point. So then I had to bring it back down to 59. But 59 was too low. I was commenting on the fact that I was commenting that 59 was too low.
56.
But then I went up to try 56.
It was still too high.
And but then it was still too high. And but then wait, I say that as a redeem because I finally got the positioning I wanted to out of it.
For my buddy Christian.
And that's how I got this for my buddy Christian.
That's a
It was
good
a good time.
question.
It is a good Christian. That is how you add a button of your best friend to your stream.
That's a good question.
Actually, you did just miss this bit.
Oh, hey, Drizzle. Good that you showed up here. I was just doing this bit, actually, where I had... I was doing this thing for my buddy Christian. I was putting him on his stream. And, oh, here I noticed you. You missed that bit here, so I wanted to make sure that I was going to show you this. So this is my friend Christian. He's my best friend. He's my best friend Christian. I had to make him a button on my show. I love him, so I made him a button on my show. So you're probably hearing it a lot in the background, but I think it's really funny. Also, I had to move him around a bunch of the ways, around the screen. But he was too low back when I set him up at the bottom at 59. Oh, here's 59.
But that was too high. It was too high.
But 59 was too low, so we go up to 57, and I don't know it yet, but 57 is perfect. So we're gonna get back there later. We're gonna circle back around to it. So we go up to 56, and 56 is just a little too high. And it's not a problem that it's too high, but like we get it down again, and we put it perfectly at 57 because it fit so good back when we first had it go. And then I make sure that it works. I have a big one before I send it all, and I find the position that I want to, and I save it. And I did it for my buddy Christian.
It is a good Christian.
It is a good Christian. And that's how you add a button of your best friend to your stream. This better be in clips tomorrow. I don't know what you're talking about. I think are you okay? Did you I just been hanging out. I was watching Virtua Tennis 3. I was watching the Virtua Tennis 3. Like, I'm vibing this whole time. Did you see something? Better be Eclipse. I mean, it could be Eclipse. It's just the music for Virtua Tennis 3. All right, I can go actually do that now. I'll do that before I go to bed. We'll have one more like little meta joke that we got for here, and then we'll actually go to bed. This is very cool. I think this is very funny. I had a good night. I was playing some Street Fighter with my friend Slippy, and I made this funny video when I was like, I don't know what to do, and my brain said, put Christian on your soundboard, and I said, nah, how about a redeem? And then my brain said, okay, that's fine. So. Also, I had to move him around a bunch of the ways, around the screen. There, he was too low back when I set him up at the bottom. At 59, that's a good crit. Oh, here's. Oh, it's I don't have the whole thing of it. Hold on. Do I want to do that again? I might actually have the other one. Give me a sec. There we go. I had the other thing at the end, so that it was gaslighting. So this is my friend Christian. My best friend Christian. He's my best friend Christian. He's my best friend Christian. I made him a button. I missed this bit. Oh, hey Drizzle. Good that you showed up here. I was just doing this bit actually where I had I was doing this thing for my buddy Christian. I was putting him on his stream, and here I noticed you. So I'm showing. You missed that bit here. So I wanted to make sure that I was going to show you this. This is my friend Christian. My best friend Christian. He's my best friend Christian. He's my best friend Christian. I made him a button. I had to make him a button on my show. I love him, so I made him a button on my show. So you're probably hearing it a lot in the background. But I think it's really funny. Also, I had to move him around a bunch of the ways, around the screen. There, he was too low back when I set him up at the bottom. At 59, that's a good crit. Oh, here's 59. But that was too high. It was too high. But 59 was too low, so we go up to 57, and I don't know it yet, but 57 is perfect. 59 was too low. Commented on this, so we're gonna get back there later. We're gonna circle back around to it. So we go up to 56. It was just a little too high. And it's not a problem that it's too high, but like we get it down again, and we've been it perfect. It was so good back when we first had it go. And then I make sure that it works. I have a big one before I send it all, and I find the position that I want to, and I save it. And I did it for my buddy Christian. Yeah, it is a good Christian. It is a good Christian. And that's how I edited a video where I was making a button for my best friend Christian. There we go. Also, I had to move him around. No, the next one. This is weird and meta, and I love it. This bit. Oh, hey Drizzle. Good that you showed up here. I was just doing this bit actually where I had I was doing this thing for my buddy Christian. I was putting him on his stream, and here I noticed you. So I'm showing. You missed that bit here. So I wanted to make sure that I was going to show you this. This is my friend Christian. My best friend Christian. He's position that I want to, and I save it, and I did it for my buddy Christian. It is a good Christian. It is a good Christian. And that's how I edited a video where I was making a button for my best friend Christian. That's how I edited a video where I was making a button for my best friend.
How you add a button, and that's how I edited a video where I was making a button for my best friend Christian. It's pretty good. It'll be 2 separate ones, which I think is a good joke. This bit. Oh, hey, Drizzle. Good. I gotta post these both on TikTok. Okay, send that to Media Encoder. Video of editing the video. That's a good Christian. Okay, then we copy this and we make a new sequence. That is fine. And then I change my sequence settings to be custom so that I can change that to 1080 and 1920. Paste my stuff in there. This bit. Oh, hey, Drizzle. Okay, so what I do next is I set my video up so that my top layer will be where I need to be and where I am. And then I will put my opacity circle over that and pull it in a little bit on the sides. It's really just an oval that I kind of exist in over the screen. I can feather a little bit. I typically don't really feather a little bit. If I was going to feather a little bit, I could bring it a little tighter. But I don't really want to do that. Plus, I can move them around a little bit. There you go. Mask opacity, mask expansion. That's fine. Okay. Then the background is over here. Okay, this is how I would set up the video of me editing the video of me putting this video on TikTok. And then this one would be, no, the other thing, but for this one. And then have that. No, I need the other one. This one. Actually, this one. Two, three, four, five. Okay. Grab that one. Make that a new sequence. Sequence settings. Custom again. I should just set one up that is a preset, but I have been too lazy to actually do something like that. 9:16. Okay. Then we can go back over to the other sequence, actually. Copy what you need on that. And go back and copy what we need on the other one. And we should be also this bit. Oh, hey, Drizzle. Good that you showed up here. I was just doing this bit, actually, where I had... I was doing this thing for my... Actually, I probably... zoom out and then make myself a little smaller. This bit. Oh, hey, Drizzle. Good that you showed up. I mean, technically, if it's this one, I don't need... Actually, we'll see. Let's see. Like you see me behind it.
Here, let me do this and erase the mask. See what that looks like. Can I please erase the mask? Delete. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I think technically this means I could do like something like this, crop, and then do no, I want the crop on the other one. Other one from the top. Finishing up, you're decompressing a bit. Absolutely. Don't worry about it. We're just hanging out. I'm editing this video. We're seeing how this is going.
This bit. Oh, hey, Drizzle. Good that you showed up here. I was just doing this bit actually where I had I was doing this thing for my buddy Chris. I was putting him on a stream, and oh, here I noticed you. So I'm showing. Putting him on a stream, and oh, here I noticed you. So I'm showing. You missed that bit here, so I wanted to make sure that I was going to show you this. This is my friend Christian. My best friend Christian. He's my best friend Christian. He's my best friend Christian. I made him a button. I had to make him a button on my show. I love him, so I made him a button on my show. So you're probably hearing it a lot in the background. But I think it's really funny. Also, I had to move him around a bunch of the ways, around the screen. There, he's too low. He was too low back when I set him up at the bottom at 59. That's a good Christian. Oh, here's 59. But that was too high. It was too high. But 59 was too low, so we go up to 57, and I don't know.
This is happening. I'm just very funny.
It's too low. Comment on this. So we're gonna get back there later. We're gonna circle back around to it. So we go up to 56. And 56 was just a little too high. And it's not a problem that it's too high, but like we get it down again, and we put it perfect. It was so good back when we first had it go. And then I make sure that it works. I have a big one before I send it all, and I find the position that I want to, and I save it. And I did it for my buddy Christian.
That's a good question.
Is how it is a good Christian. It is a good Christian. And that's how you add a button of your best friend to your stream.
God damn.
This bit. Oh, hey, Drizzle. Good that you showed up here. I was just doing this.
Move this down actually. So I only need like, oddly enough, I only need like this space around my head. So I can do that instead. If you don't have thousands of viewers, if I don't have thousands of viewers, you have no chance of ever succeeding. Don't think like that.
Oh, hey, Drizzle. Good that you showed up here.
Don't think like that.
I was just doing this bit actually where I had I was doing this thing for my buddy Chris. I was putting him on a stream, and
okay.
This bit. Oh, hey, Drizzle. Good that you showed up here. I was just doing.
Don't
this
you can't
bit
look at it like
actually
that. This is
where-
like this is a goof. Like this is a bit like this. It's funny. Like people may never see this, but not everybody needs to see this kind of stuff. There'll be more things in the future. There'll be more goofs. There'll be more gaffes. All this stuff will be all archived on my social. It will be found at some point. When if the time comes where I get to make a big break and be like a popular Twitch streamer, people will go back on my socials and will find this stuff, and then they will be like, "What the fuck did this do? Like, what?" And then they'll be like, "Where did this? Like, why did this happen?" And you look at my current stuff, that would be like, "This is like years from now, I guess," but. I could imagine like I'm doing whatever I'm doing currently, and either it's far off the scale where like the early stuff just looks like it's nothing in comparison, or it's gonna be like, hey, I'm Richard, I'm a regular guy,
I'm not crazy or insane anymore, and I can go either way. I hope it goes the crazy path. If Twitch doesn't make me crazy, I don't know what will.
This bit. Oh hey Drizzle, good that you showed up here. I was just doing this bit actually.